Nintendo has been a household name in the gaming industry for decades, and over the years it has produced some of the most beloved and iconic games of all time. From Super Mario to The Legend of Zelda, Nintendo has captured the hearts of gamers around the world with its innovative gameplay, charming characters, and memorable music. But did you know that there are some fascinating facts and little-known details about Nintendo and its games? In this video, we'll be taking a deep dive into the world of Nintendo to uncover the top 10 most interesting and surprising pieces of Nintendo trivia. So sit back, relax, and get ready to learn some amazing facts about the company and games that have become a part of gaming history. New Super Mario Bros. Is a side-scrolling platform game released for the Nintendo DS in 2006. The game marked the return of the classic 2D Mario gameplay style, which had not been seen since the early 90s. The game was a critical and commercial success, and helped revitalize the Mario franchise for a new generation of players. It remained popular well into the launch of the Nintendo 3DS in 2011, but many players excited to play this game on their shiny new handhelds were devastated when they found out there was a high-resolution render of the software icon in page 28 of the manual, but it doesn't actually appear on the system itself, triggering a slew of protests and refunds. That last bit didn't actually happen, but look, this render appears nowhere else. I'm personally still peeved over this unsolved mystery. Super Smash Bros. Is a beloved fighting game franchise that features a wide range of Nintendo characters battling it out in iconic locations from various video game series. The first game in the series was released in the US on April 26, 1999, with its box art depicting well-known characters like Mario, Pikachu, and Metroid duking it out with each other. If you look very closely at the box art, however, you can see that Mario is actually holding an unknown object that's barely visible between his hand and head. This is one of the biggest mysteries of the N64 that has captivated the minds of Super Smash Bros. Fans for over 20 years. It's a Star Rod. Super Mario Bros. 3 is widely considered to be one of the greatest games of all time, and one of the many things it's known for is its memorable music. One of the most iconic tracks from the game is the overworld theme composed by Koji Kondo, which has become synonymous with the Mario franchise. Evidently, however, it is not popular enough to be included along the original overworld themes of the other Mario games in the sound test of Super Smash Bros. Ultimate, even though it does play on the Super Mario Maker stage. Yes, they never fixed this during the lifespan of Smash Bros. Ultimate, and I'm still upset about it 5 years later. The Power Glove was an accessory that was released for the Nintendo Entertainment System way back in 1989.
I love the Power Glove. It's so bad.
It was a glove that had motion sensors on it, allowing players to control games by moving their hands and fingers. It has become an infamous Nintendo accessory over the years, which is why you can read high-quality scans of the manual for the Power Glove online at any time, thanks to Microsoft. Bill Buxton is a principal researcher at Microsoft who collects different gadgets and input devices to showcase the evolution of technology. One of the items in Bill Buxton's collection, which is publicly accessible on the Microsoft website, is the Power Glove, one of the few items to have related manuals and news articles preserved on the site as well, for the inner Power Glove fan in all of us. Thanks, Bill Gates! The controller for the Nintendo Entertainment System is a pioneer of modern video game controller design. With its mainstream popularization of the directional pad as well as start and select buttons, it laid the foundation of what future video game controllers would iterate on for many years to come. So thank God that future video game controllers did not copy the fact that NTSC NES controllers do not work when connected to PAL systems. Seriously, Nintendo, your first major video game console release and you already start putting region locking in the controllers of all places. And you didn't even go all the way, like doing it the other way around and plugging PAL controllers into NTSC systems still works. I do not understand what you were going for here. Even region locking the N64 voice recognition unit made more sense than this one. The Wii News Channel was a popular feature on Nintendo's Wii console that allowed users to read news articles, which positioned the Wii as more than just a gaming console but a general entertainment device. Since 2014, the online service has been shut down, and while there have been fan efforts that revive it, I don't know if anyone really wants to see what news headlines in 2023 look like on the Wii. Whoever wrote the built-in instruction manual for the news channel, however, seems to be living in a perfect alternate universe, as evidenced by this screenshot of an article reading "Thousands flock to marvel at talking cow." It seems that whoever wrote this was trying to milk some humor out of the situation. Moving right along. Chibi Robo is a beloved cult classic game that was released for the Nintendo GameCube in 2005. This charming platformer features a small robot named Chibi Robo who performs various tasks for a family in their home. Mario Party 6 is a party game in the Mario series released for the GameCube in 2004, featuring minigames that utilize the GameCube microphone accessory. These two games have absolutely nothing to do with each other, except if you plug in the GameCube microphone while playing Chibi Robo, you can say random words and get funny reactions out of the little robot. Heh, look at this guy trip when I yell, "Among Us!" If you've ever sat through the credits of a Nintendo game, chances are that you'll be familiar with the name Mario Club. Mario Club Company Limited, formerly known as the Super Mario Club, is a subsidiary of Nintendo that is primarily responsible for testing games for Nintendo systems. But it is not to be confused with Mario Company Limited, a joint venture between Nintendo and Dentsu, one of Japan's largest advertising agencies. This company has only ever produced one game in its history, and with a name like Mario Company Limited, it's pretty easy to figure out that this game is Hello Kitty World for the Famicom. The Virtual Boy is a unique console that was released by Nintendo in 1995, and it is infamous for its distinctive red and black graphics and 3D effects, which is prominently showcased by Nintendo in all of its promotional material, from TV commercials to magazine ads. What's not consistent about this marketing material is which way Nintendo decides the Virtual Boy should go on its stand, forward or backward. The Virtual Boy manual seems to spell it out pretty clearly. The ends of the stand should be pointing away from you. And the commercials, kiosk stands, and promotional photos that Nintendo has used since do support that. Except in this commercial, and when Reggie and the Nintendo Labo guy played it, and on Wikipedia. Life is never straightforward. Did you know that Yume Kojo Doki Doki Panic had a commemorative launch edition as indicated by this text label on the bottom right of the cover on certain copies? It came with this cool sticker featuring Mario and Imogen from Doki Doki Panic. It's pretty neat. And that's it for our top 10 pieces of Nintendo trivia. We hope you learned something new and interesting about one of the most iconic video game companies of all time. What is your favorite Nintendo fact? Let us know in the comments below. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to hit that like button and subscribe to our channel for more gaming content. And don't forget to ring the notification bell so you never miss a video. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you next time.